The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
All right. So let me ask you this one.
Mm-hmm.
If a woman pays half the bills, is she also the provider? So in other words, you got your man, and man is considered by at least by man standards or God standards. I don't know, standards.
Mm-hmm.
And traditionally, the man is the provider. That means he goes out there and slays the dragon, and he goes out there and do whatever you got to do to bring home the bacon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But of course, over at this point, centuries, women have been out there in the workforce getting it.
Yep.
And in some cases, getting it way more. So if a woman, and we're talking about a couple, same household, is paying half the bills or the lion's share, is she considered a provider or the provider? Or does the man continue to keep that title?
No, you can't keep the title if he's not providing. Doesn't mean he can't get it back.
Right.
I feel like it should be a partnership, and I'm your helpmate. So, it might be a time where the roles have to shift. It's not how it was back in the days, because of the world we live in. But it should be a temporary shift. I'm old school. I come from my grandmother and I'm when the man was the provider and the woman mostly took care of the home or whatever. But of course, like I said, if we have a joint account, we putting the money in. It's coming from, the joint account and what we building together. And that's why I feel like you have to build together so that you have that cushion for emergency if it gets to a point where one is not being able to take care of the other. Because it could happen both ways. You know what I'm saying? So why is it okay for if a woman loses her job or is not working for the man to just take care of everything? Sometimes you have to be that helpmate. So, but I want somebody. I just don't want to take care of nothing. I just want to have my little expense account to take care of my stuff.
Right. But the career that you're in, you're a professional singer and you're out here doing your thing. And we had talked about this a little while ago, and I said, we mentioned Tabitha Smith, and I asked
Brown.
I'm sorry. Tabitha Brown, would you retire your husband?
Yeah.
And you said, but retiring from that job to come work with or for or with us.
The brand,
yeah.
100%.
So, but now you're the one out there, fa la 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 line. Are you the?
I am the provider.
You are the provider.
I am the provider. I mean, to a extent, because you can provide means other than financial. So he can be still providing that piece that when I leave the stage and have to keep giving myself to the world, that when I come home, I could just not, and just be a wife or whatever the case may be. So you could provide different things. It doesn't always have to be financial. So I feel like in that means both of you are providers. Yeah,
because I guess if he's kind of running the enterprise, he is ultimately. I guess he's co-provider.
We co-managing. We
co-managing. There you go.
We co-providing.
Yeah. All right. Because I know, depending on the man, it can kind of mess with his ego.
It can, but you know what? It's crazy because I want that to mess with my man's ego, because then I want it to step up. I don't want the ego to take over, though. I want it to be enough to give you that motivation to do what you have to do so that the roles reverse.
I got you.
But I also don't want you to get into the point where you start resenting.
That's what, that's good.
Me because of that. But then also, it's a lot of, I'm not going to curse, but the be-made men that's coming out of here right now, where a lot of women are being the providers, and they have been okay with it. They are seeking out women who are making more money than them, and I've seen it. Sugar mamas. I have an ex that owe me money to this day.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, how do you feel comfortable with that feeling of taking or using someone else that you supposedly love?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not cool with that. But
would you take the money back from the ex that owes you the
heck
money?
yeah, I want my money. Run me my money. Run me my
Pay
money.
me what you owe me.
Pay me what you owe me.
Right.
Yeah, I want my money.
Okay.
It's the principle. It's not even the.
Yeah.
It's not even the fact that I need it now. It's the principle, the principality of the principalities. It's like don't feel like you're entitled to it. There's a lot of entitlement going on, you know, and no, you're not entitled to it when you didn't. It was a contract and you broke the contract.
Oh, wow.
And so the contract has been broken. Run me my change.
Yeah. I should have started this at the beginning of this. But I say this about that provider thing because I'm like, well, I grew up in the household. I grew up with my grandfather and grandmother. My mother was around, but under that roof, where my grandfather went out and worked, and my grandmother stayed home. So that's what I saw. You know what I mean? I saw him give her the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she just the household technician.
Yeah.
You know, took care of everything.
Yeah.
But I say that because women going out, but we still give the man the title of provider, and I'm like, well, there's women who taking care of their homes, and we don't seem to acknowledge it that way. Like,
yeah. Well, yeah. Why is it not acknowledged that way?
We'll acknowledge that you're doing it, but we won't give like the title to you.
Yeah, no, that needs to change. You know, that has to change. You have women that are the providers, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's their household. If they are okay with that, and that's what makes their relationship works, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. All right, y'all hear that? So you can now sit back on your loins and chill.
No,
but
you have to be working and doing the same way how you said your grandfather provided, your grandmother took care of the household entirely. She was the household technician.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
I can't be the provider and I come home, you on a video game. The house looks a mess.
Yeah.
The kids haven't been fed.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not equal. That's not the same thing. It has to be, if it's gonna be reversed, something has to equal out. You got to be doing something to for me to be okay with doing all the rest of the stuff.
Leg work. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. You want to kind of, you mentioned messing with his ego a little bit, something that would hopefully motivate him instead of what's the word? Emasculate. Is that the word? Emasculate him.
No, yeah, I don't want I don't want a man that will feel defeated with circumstances of life. I need you to feel push yourself to be motivated to change those things. Right. I mean, there's certain things, especially dealing with a black man, where things are not going to be easy for them. So if it gets to a point where I have to be the provider, and I know that you were, like, for instance, like rest in peace to Greg Leaks, he just passed. R.I.P. But they had talked about it. When in their relationship, when him and Nene first got together, how he was the provider,
he was bringing it,
he was bringing it, and then at one point he wasn't, and she was, and then it was okay because she knew that he could do it,
right? You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
you have to applaud that because I don't know how she felt behind closed doors, but she stepped up and did her thing, and to this day, you know what I mean. Nene Leaks is out here, got the club, got the doing her thing. You know what I mean?
And then and then at that point, then it becomes the partnership,
right? Yeah.
Like, so if you're out there and you're the face of it and you're doing the thing that's making us the money, that's when Greg became the counselor, became the voice of reason, became the handler. That's when the roles changed, and there's nothing wrong with that because women and women who are the providers are so subject to being so hard. And when do we get to be soft again? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to still be able to, as long as the respect is still there and I still respect my husband, I want to still be able to be soft in his arms.
Right.
And feel vulnerable with my husband.
That's what's up. Yeah.
But you got so many that they lose respect. As long as the respect is still there and I have to provide for a while, we good.
Yeah. I know someone who we were just talking recently, and her husband is, I think, maybe 13, 14 years older than her. So she's in her late 30s, get ready to be 40. He's in his, I think, late 50s.
Yeah.
somewhere in the 50s. And but she just started talking about future. She said, I know it's going to get to a point where I may have to take care of him, and I want to be able to. And she was just talking all this stuff, and I was like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I part of me was like, well, don't put him in the sick bed so fast. You know what I mean? That don't necessarily mean just because he's older he can't. But just what she was saying though had me like, no, I feel that. I feel that because that I think as the man, you'd have a certain level of confidence knowing my lady will take regardless. And
that's how it should be because it doesn't matter how old you are. Something can happen where she gets sick and he has to take care of her, you know. So you just want to be able to be confident in your partner that through sickness and health that they're gonna do what they gotta do. That's what I want.
Nah, I feel you. So if y'all both getting the check, y'all both providing for the household. So everybody relax.
Yes, joint account.
Joint account.
And your money on the side.
well, that's what I believe that too. I think you should have your joint. You should have your household stuff where the money got to pay your bills. And I think you should have your own little play monies.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I like that. It's so funny because I remember watching Jump the Broom.
Yeah.
And in the end, when he was like, we lost their husband, he had investments and he's lost it. And she was like, no, we haven't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may have, but we good.
We straight.
You know what I'm saying? So always like.
She was always playing in the head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you do you.
You the man.
You the man. You provide and do your thing.
Right.
But I'm going to make sure them books.
Yeah.
If it got to come down to it, we good.
We good.
So that's always going to be to me. I know that for a fact. Because I like a certain lifestyle.
Right.
You know?
I feel you. That's what's up.